Brand24 is a social listening and media monitoring tool. It helps you track online mentions across social media, news, blogs, forums, and more, so you can measure brand's awareness, spot trends, manage reputation, and find leads. In this video, we are focusing on audience analytics and reporting using one specific feature, the demographics panel. The demographics panel in Brand24 shows the estimated audience behind your reach, including top countries and demographics attributes like age, income, education, employment status, and interests. It's built to help you stop guessing who you're reaching to and start making a decision based on audience data. It's available from the Pro plan, and you can also try it during your trial. When I say audience analytics, I simply mean this: figuring out who's behind a conversation about your brand or topic, where they're located, and what kind of people they are, so you can turn that into a report your team can act on. Alright, let's walk through the workflow. Step 1. Create a project. Create a project for your brand name, product name, or campaign topic. Name it clearly, because that name becomes the label in your reports. And if you're doing reporting for a client, aim for one project per brand, not per channel. The point is to have one place where everything gets collected. Step 2. Choose keywords like an audience analyst. Start with your exact brand name, then add common misspellings, product names, a spokesperson or founder name if it matters, and your campaign name or hashtags if you're measuring a campaign. If you want more context around the wider audience, add category keywords too, the phrases people actually use when they talk about your space. Step 3. Clean the data so the insights are real. Filter by language if you report per market. Set the date range to match your reporting period. Use exclusions if your keyword has more than one meaning. The goal is simple. When you open the mentions list, it should feel like the real conversation and not random noise. Step 4. Open the demographics panel and read the audience profile. Go to demographics in the main panel and start exploring. You can pull things like age and gender, country distribution, occupation breakdown, education level, income level, interests, and social media presence. Step 5. Turn demographics into a report people will actually use. This is where audience analytics becomes reporting, not just another dashboard. Start with where the reach comes from. Use the country distribution to show which countries drive your reach. That answers the big question: which market are actually seeing and spreading the conversation? Then describe who the audience is. Use the demographics breakdown to summarize the profile in plain language. For example, most reach comes from a certain age group with a specific income and education pattern and a clear set of interests. And then add one clear recommendation. Here are a few you can use. If the demographics don't match your target buyer in a market you're spending money on, you might want to relocate budget or adjust targeting. If one region drives the disproportionate share of reach and the audience profile fits your product, it's a strong signal to prioritize that region for campaigns, PR, or partnerships. If the interests point to a strong theme, you can adapt your creative and messaging to match what the audience actually cares about. Here's a quick mini checklist you can reuse in your reports. Include the time frame, top countries by reach, the core demographics profile, one surprising insight, and one recommended action. Step 6. Quick practical ways teams use this. To validate market fit by region, to adjust paid targeting based on where reach actually happens, to tailor messaging to audience interests, to compare your audience profile with a competitor, and to support peer reporting for stakeholders. Step 7. Competitor comparison. Fast but powerful. Create a second project for a competitor and compare the country's demographics side by side. If a competitor is strong in a market where you're weak and the audience profile looks like a fit for your product, that's a clear direction for where to focus next, whether that's campaigns, partnerships, or PR outreach. A few common mistakes to avoid. First, reporting demographics without mentioning coverage limits. Just add the one-line note: countries are web plus social, other attributes are web only. Second, using a tiny date range and assuming the profile is wrong. If your dataset is small, extend the time frame to collect more relevant reach. Third, mixing brand and category keywords in one project and getting a muddy profile. For clean reporting, separate projects, one for branding tracking, one for category context. And if something looks incomplete, here's the quick explanation. It's normal to see strong country data but less detail for age or income, because those deeper demographics rely on web sources only. If you want fuller coverage, broaden the time range or expand your keywords slightly to capture more relevant reach. Also, if the demographics feel different from your follower stats, that's expected. This isn't describing your followers, it's describing the audience behind the reach of mentions across all monitored sources. That's why it works so well for PR and brand monitoring. And if you're putting together a quick 5-minute report, keep it simple. Reporting period, countries driving reach, the key demographics summary you have, one surprising insight, and one recommendation. To wrap up, the Brand24 demographics panel helps report who your reach is coming from and which countries drive it, so you can decide where to focus marketing and PR. That's it for now. See you in the next video.